St. Thomas University Journalism and the New Brunswick Beacon present The Basement Files.
Hello, and welcome to The Basement Files. My name's Kennedy Bowden-Welsh.
I'm David Bardwell.
And I am Maria Burgos. Here are our top stories.
Construction delays on Fredericton's new roundabout.
And St. Thomas University hikes tuition rates to the dismay of students.
The community in Gagetown gathered this weekend to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Queens County Fair. The event, which featured cowboys and farmers, made people feel like they traveled back in time. Danielle Elliott was on the scene to report.
And we'll be Ki-yi-o, rocking to and fro, back in the saddle again.
Sound of local artists rang throughout the fairgrounds from Thursday to Sunday last weekend in the historic village of Gagetown. Bob McNally has volunteered with the Queens County Fair for 45 years. He's now one of the main organizers on the board of directors.
I guess it started, the first fairs were held out of the Army camp area. And then it was held here in 1939. And then when the Second World War broke out, they discontinued it. And it started up again in 1945. And it's been a fair every year ever since.
The first fairs only lasted 2 days. But throughout the years, it has grown to be a 4-day-long event filled with competitions, parades, and a midway. Ribbon-winning projects were displayed all over the fairgrounds. Categories included agriculture and livestock, homemade crafts and baked goods, as well as photography and student projects. Visitors also got the chance to get up close and personal with a variety of adorable farm animals. The bandstands around the arena were packed all weekend with families viewing tractor, horse, and oxen pulls, western riding, and 4-H farming competitions. But McNally says the fair would never have been possible without community support and the work of volunteers.
What makes our fair so successful is the dedicated people that volunteer their time, our board directors. Some of them have been with the fair for years, and they give a lot of their time, and everybody does their job, and they does it well.
McNally says that he and his volunteers are already in the process of planning next year's county fair as we speak.
Despite the record-breaking heat, coordinators are still expecting up to 7,000 visitors at the 70th annual Queens County Fair this weekend. For Stu Journalism, I'm Danielle Elliott.
Also last weekend, the Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival. After 6 days of great food and great music, the festival has wrapped up for another year. Kennedy, you were there.
I was. Sunday marked the last day of 6 for the Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival in downtown Fredericton. Since 1991, Harvest has been celebrating music, expanding from 4 days and 25 acts to today, with more than 400 musicians and 27 different stages along 6 blocks of Queen Street. With over 1,000 volunteers and 5,000 people in attendance to celebrate 25 years of the festivities, people are already marking September 13th to September 18th off in their calendar for next year. Fredericton's first 2-lane roundabout still isn't complete, despite plans to open last Thursday, and won't be finished for at least another week. Sean Goff has the story.
The new Route 8 roundabout was scheduled to open last week in Fredericton, but delays due to the city's hired contractor have pushed it back to this week. Problems with the grade of asphalt used by the city's hired contractor means that repairs will have to be done before the traffic circle is fully operational. We spoke to the City of Fredericton's John Lewis in a phone interview for his take on the roundabout delay.
The contractor is milling some of the pavement back and repaving it, just to make sure the grades are right before we open.
The roundabout was created to alleviate congestion in Fredericton's Regent Street area, which tends to be busy at any time of the day, and not just during rush hour. The roundabout will be among many in Fredericton, but unlike the roundabouts on Two Nations Crossing and Bishop Drive, this one will be 2 lanes in the middle of a 4-lane highway. The city has created an online educational program to help teach residents how the roundabout works. Though there is a delay, it may give those with concerns more time to study the roundabout.
You know, there's no question I've been hearing lots of, concerns from local residents in terms of, wondering how to drive it. And, the fact that this is something, the roundabout is something new, or the multi-lane roundabout is something new. There's some people out there that certainly have some concerns with, how people will drive at it.
Lewis said the roundabout will provide more direct access to Bishop Drive and be better for emergency vehicles.
This roundabout is going to provide a much more direct link to that area. In terms of benefits, it also provides an important active transportation link for the city. Right now, the only connection between Prospect Street and Bishop Drive is across Hanwell Road, so this will provide a more central, direct pedestrian crossing as well.
The project was initially estimated to cost $2 million, but Lewis said the delays and repairs won't cost the city any more than initially estimated. For St. Thomas Journalism, I'm Sean Goff.
Fredericton police evacuated buildings downtown this past Saturday as a result of a suspicious package being reported on Queen Street. A spokesperson for the police department said that police responded around 7:20 p.m. Later, the package was found to be of no threat to the public.
University students are back to class all over the country. This time of year can be tough for some of them thanks to the rise in tuition fees, as happened at St. Thomas University. Fernanda Damiani has more on the subject.
For some people, $400 more might not be a big deal, but for others, it's a big difference. St. Thomas University students had bad news in the beginning of the year when they saw that their tuition is more expensive. The fees for domestic students increased $363, while for international students it was $193. Fourth-year student Becky Salmon says she isn't sure why the tuition went up. Salmon is one of the students who has to work to pay for her education.
It gets very busy, and it's definitely hard to work and go to school at the same time, and it definitely impacts my education, I think, but I have to do it to be able to go to school.
University Director of Communications, Jeffrey Carleton, says the university is implementing a multi-year tuition plan that they agreed with the provincial government.
Going back several years, the tuition at St. Thomas had been significantly lower, and that created challenges for us to have a balanced budget and to maintain the quality of education that we offer.
Vice President of the International Students Association, Esteban Tavares, says if the tuition keeps going up, international students might decide to go somewhere else.
The biggest reason why I came here to STU was because of the low tuition for international students. Well, as it is right now, we're paying 3 times more than Canadian students. It's still a lot, but still affordable.
Some students reported differences between the price on the webpage and on their account statement online. St. Thomas says it's going to look at the problem and fix it as soon as possible. Fernanda Damiani, reporting for St. Thomas Journalism.
Local Greek life organizations are kicking off their year with fall recruitment events. For more on this, we go to Jordan Meade Baxter.
As UNB and STU students return to the grind, so do local sororities and fraternities. Their recruitment period has started, and they are welcoming all post-secondary students to join them. Shanice Norad is Pi Alpha Gamma's president and has high hopes for her sorority this fall.
I'm president and membership intake and marketing chair of Pi Alpha Gamma.
Can you explain what that second half was?
The membership intake and marketing chair actually plans recruitment events. It is a 2.5-week period where we recruit new members for our organization, and we hand out bids at the end of our recruitment period, inviting new members to join officially.
Many of the events are specific to the different groups. However, a few, like the Greek Life Organization Meet and Greet, includes Pi Alpha Gamma sorority and Psi Lambda Phi fraternity.
Basically, the 3 Greek letter organizations coming together, 2 sororities and the 1 fraternity, my fraternity, coming together, recruiting people, and just getting to know the general community.
The third sorority declined an interview. Though the University of New Brunswick has banned fraternities and sororities from their campus, the group says it has not affected their recruitment numbers. The point of the meet and greet is to encourage people to come out and hang out with the brothers and sisters to see where they fit best. They also get a good look at what Greek life is about.
A message for potential new members that I would have would be to come and actually get to know us. Don't listen to the stereotypes of Greek life, because those don't show the reality of Greek life. We do charitable action. We have sisterhood bonds that literally last a lifetime, and getting involved in this organization is one of the best things that you will do in your university career.
Fall recruitment will continue for the next 2 weeks. For STU Journalism, I'm Jordan Meade Baxter.
A historic park in Fredericton is receiving renovations. The project is said to be done by next summer. For more on the story, we go to Katie Morehouse.
Here is Bridget's first time in the pool. Hi, baby.
The Wilmot Park pool has been a first for many children and families.
What has been filled with water for decades is now filled with leaves. The Fredericton Wilmot Park pool has been drained for the last time.
Reports say the main reason the pool is being demolished is because the pipes beneath the pool have been leaking. Some people are excited for Wilmot Park's newest upgrade, including parent Tom Howard.
And I mean, it's kind of a nice thing to have, and it's honestly nice for adults too to cool down in. You at least put your feet in while the kids are playing.
People have turned to social media sites to express their opinions on the new project. Some people believe it's too over the top and will cost too much money, while others are looking forward to the new addition.
Well, I kind of like the idea. I think it's maybe a little bit safer for the kids.
Others aren't as impressed with the new addition. Audrey Esty was a lifeguard at the pool back in 1956.
I'd like to see anything in Fredericton change, because then it won't be like the old Fredericton used to be.
The new water park is expected to have 2 small wading pools, water cannons, water mushrooms, and a bucket that drops water. The cost of building the new water park is estimated to be around $859,000. The design for the new water park was created by local elementary school students. Demolition of the pool will begin next month. For Stu Journalism, I'm Catherine Morehouse.
Fredericton Young Green Society, the youth wing of the Green Party, hosted a barbecue at St. Thomas University this past Wednesday. During the event, candidate for Fredericton's riding, Marilu Babineau, alongside the leader of New Brunswick's Green Party, David Kuhn, explained to students their plan to abolish tuition fees. After the announcement, students could enjoy burgers provided by the Green Party. That's our show for the week. From all of us at the Basement Files, thank you for tuning in.
Remember to check out nbbeacon.ca for the latest stories from St. Thomas journalism.
See you next time.